So, Adam, do we have to do a show this week? There's nothing going on, really.
No, I know, but we are contractually obligated to continue producing episodes for this show. Tim, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
That's a really good question. I mean, there's so many things that we could do, but no, really, Tim, what do you want to talk about? You always have something to talk about.
That's true. I usually do. Let's see. But you know what? Because I always hog the show and come up with topics, I'd really want to know what you want to talk about today.
Tim, we all know that that I'm the sidekick on my own show, and that I have to defer to you for every topic that we ever talk about.
True.
So Tim, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, this is going to take a while.
Yeah, it is.
Adam, I have a different question for you.
Oh, what? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is time for a brand new episode of As the Buckle Turns here on ZOP Gaming. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, join that notification squad. You know what those buttons do. And my name's Adam.
I'm Tim.
Yes, Tim, how are you today?
We're bored
Yeah.
and disgusted since I have to look at your face.
Hey. Just because I grow a terrible quarantine beard doesn't mean that you can make fun of my face.
Have you not paid attention this entire time we've been doing this podcast?
I mean, normally I thought it was a bad joke.
Your face is a bad joke.
Oh, that hurt. Anyway, we got some news to go over because the world of wrestling is actually getting boring this week. Kind of. Lots of stuff behind the scenes, really.
Yeah.
So where are we starting off, Tim? Honestly, you started saying things and I wrote them down. I have no order over here right now. Pure chaos.
Well, let's start with some good news then.
Okay.
So, did you know that for the longest time, Cody could not use his last name?
Oh, yes.
The Rhodes name?
Yeah, WWE owned Rhodes. Well, owned the name Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, they had to trademark on it.
Right.
Not anymore.
What?
They let it lapse. So if you want the name Cody Rhodes, you better hurry up and trademark. Oh, too late. Cody got it already.
Good. Oh, he had attorneys looking at dates, times. He was like, okay, exactly what time do we need to file after this one so that we can get it? And they're like, today, man.
Yeah, apparently it lapsed 2 days ago, and then Cody jumped on it and got it.
Sweet.
Now, he's made a claim that he's been able to use the last name Rhodes this entire time. He just chose not to. This would argue otherwise.
What I can think is that he had received a verbal or a written deal where he could use the name, but I'm willing to bet there is one of the reasons that he probably didn't. WWE probably was like, yeah, but we get 10% of your bookings.
Yeah, it's probably some kind of like there was a loophole in it, or it was literally a verbal one.
Right.
And he couldn't prove that it was a verbal one, so they could still... He's just like, I'm not going to take that chance.
Yeah, I'm not going to take... Because, I mean, it could have been a totally a verbal deal of, hey, we won't do anything. And then AEW happens, and he's like, will you?
Yeah. And it's also like, unless you have an actual recording of that agreement...
Right.
There's no point of
nothing
taking that to the bank anymore. But this is one more thing that the Rhodes family used to own that they now own. And speaking of things that the Rhodes thing owned, or at least created, Cody has been desperate to get his hands on anything that his father basically had a hand in creating.
Well, of course.
That's why he owns a bunch of the trademarks from old WCW gimmicks and matches. And one card, one event, is the one he absolutely is desperate to get, and apparently has a new plan to get it.
Well, I wouldn't say he's desperate, but it's definitely on the bucket list, if you will. One of those, I'm going to get this in my lifetime.
Maybe not desperate, but it's one of those things where he's determined to get it.
Right.
And he has a new plan to do it. You know what that plan is?
What?
Apparently he's going to copyright and trademark a bunch of small things that WWE want. And then basically like, here, you can have all these, but I get Starrcade.
Oh, he wants Starrcade. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Now, if that did work and he eventually does get it, we actually had a good idea for the use of Starrcade. You know, with that alliance that we keep saying needs to happen.
Yes, the NWA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, AEW, AAA alliance. Yeah, I'm adding in AAA at this point. At some point, I might even add in somebody else. I don't know. But AAA is now part of it.
Well,
yes.
Your alliance is different than mine because NWA is nowhere close to anywhere near my alliance.
No. NWA is going to be an integral part of this booking.
Yeah.
Instead, what you can do is have all of these companies come together. AEW puts on the show, but it's an invitational to all of these major indie companies and even smaller indie companies. It's just this big invitational show once a year. Have StarCast going on that weekend as well. Have this be an AEW away from Double or Nothing and All Out. Something away from that you go, oh no, this kind of holds all the true things about All In when they did that one.
Yeah, and it would be a way to like get talent who can't come over, like the companies who they have this agreement with won't let come over for a specific reason.
Right.
Maybe because they're being really used heavily in their promotion and they just don't want to have them go to another promotion and have them end up possibly getting some losses there or whatever.
Right.
Well, then you could have, but you still want this big matchup to happen. You could have it at a Starrcade where you can really pull it in and have those matches.
Yes.
Dream matches that are just not working out because these companies are protecting these certain talent because of their major plans for that year or something like that.
Right. You could have, or even so, like, you could have at Starrcade, Omega versus Okada 5. The reason that you're going to have it there instead of in New Japan or in AEW is because it's in the wrestling world, quote unquote, neutral ground.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the way that AEW wanted to put on the show, New Japan didn't think was big enough. And with New Japan's show, with this being the headline, AEW was like, hey, that's too much money for us to put up, to put that show, to help you put that show on. You know, stuff like that is you can have as be the storyline as to why certain matches can only happen at Starrcade. You could also, because all of these companies are there, you could have a invasion angle with the Bullet Club. You could suddenly have the Bullet Club be on a 4 promotion level NWO invasion, where it's like the next year's Starrcade actually is the Bullet Club versus everyone else. They could full on take over one show, NWA Power, because it's the weak one. And every week for a couple of months building up to Starrcade, that's the only place that you can see any member of the Bullet Club.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, when this alliance happens and Cody gets Starrcade back, then we can worry about that.
Exactly.
But
that would be a cool idea, though.
It would be a cool idea. Now, Adam, I just realized
Yeah.
something. I know as soon as I say this, you're gonna be like, "We're doing this."
Yeah.
I know you're gonna say this. Maybe we should fantasy book Bullet Club versus the Indies.
Oh my God, we need to do this.
Told ya.
Every member recruiting through the indies and beating people up along the way.
But all right, Adam, what do we have left on the docket? Because that's the only thing I have to contribute today.
I mean, you know what? If we're going to fantasy book, I already in my head, I have Bullet Club versus John Cena. Anyway, what else? What do I have next? Let me look at my piece of paper here. AEW. Let's stick with AEW for a little bit. JR just recently had an interview where he supported Arn Anderson. It's Arn, right? Who said that the AEW needs to focus on signing the Revival. Mm-hmm. The way that JR was talking about that, it was kind of already a done deal. It was just waiting for ink to hit paper, and for the 90-day clause to finish, so ink can hit paper so they can get going.
Nope, they don't have.
Oh, they don't.
Clause.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. So they're just waiting for ink to hit paper at this point.
Yep, it's probably final the negotiations, like the details.
Oh yeah,
that.
When to start, that
Yep.
type of thing.
Though before you continue with that, just a little side note. Dash Hardwood, yes, that's one of their new names. I can't remember which one it was. Who that is? I think it was Dachshund. Basically the guy who had the beard and was bald. He has now a glorious mustache.
Ooh.
I believe that's the one. But they hinted at winning the Crockett Cup in NWA.
Oh.
So we could possibly see them going to NWA as well, showing up there for a little bit.
Yeah.
They would fit very well in NWA.
I know
very
they would.
well.
Like surprisingly well.
Like they're one of the few people I would say would do well in NWA. They could still go everywhere else, but like they would be like not like you haven't been here this entire time. Wow. But go on.
So JR was saying that the real focus, where once Revival is taken care of, a major focus needs to be put on signing Miro, aka Rusev. Mm-hmm. And yes, sign him.
Yes.
I would not suggest pushing him to like how Impact used to be and how WCW had been, where suddenly, the new signee is right up in the main event picture immediately. And look, we put the belt right on them. It's like, no, with Rusev, I wouldn't put the belt on him right away. I would instead have him just compete and like not try to prove that he's a monster.
I would do exactly what they did with him when he came to the main roster.
Yeah.
But with some tweaks.
Okay.
First one is he doesn't get squashed at their big pay-per-view by their giant baby face that ruins his career.
No.
Second of all, he should come in, be dominant, and he should get the TNT title really quickly. Like, when they put the United States Championship on Rusev originally,
Yes.
they were discussing that months before it, and it took them like another 2-3 months before they actually decided to do it.
Wow.
And that was just like, did you wait so long? He's clearly dominating. You clearly want to build him up. You should have put the belt on him far sooner. And you use the TNT Championship as a way to show, because it's just going to be their TV title.
Right.
He defends it every week. He's a dominant. And then when he finally does lose it, it's not like he loses it by a fluke win, or that he gets dominated. It's like it comes down to the other guy had more juice, a little bit more juice.
Yeah.
so it keeps him strong, and you can still have him in that picture a little bit before you start building him up towards the world title. And you do this over a year. Like he takes a step back after dropping the belt, and he comes back.
Yes.
So, but yes, I do agree. Though I would love to see him go to New Japan first. Honestly,
I really feel that he could be a good fit in New Japan as a character.
yeah, I think he would be. I would love to see how hard he would hit with some of those guys in there.
Some of the stiff shots. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see him go in there. But it'll be interesting to see where he does end up. So, all right, what's next on the docket?
Oh,
maybe more.
What?
Go ahead.
What'd you
Anything
say?
else for AEW?
Yeah. It looks like this Wednesday, Dustin Rhodes put up his career against Kip Sabian. Luckily, Dustin is still wrestling.
Yes. Okay. Basically, here's my problem when you do stuff like storylines like that. Specifically, when you have it in a no fans arena, you know he's not losing.
Yeah.
He's not. Dustin Reynolds or Rhodes is not going to lose and retire to an empty arena.
No.
Now, if that became the story, you could probably, if you're going to do a storyline where it's basically, oh, he's retired and he's coming back, you're building to something else. Yeah, I can see him do that, but that clearly wasn't what they were going for. But it just kind of said like, oh, once I heard that, I'm like, well, he's winning.
Yeah.
And just kind of ruined the match. I mean, even if I haven't seen the match because I actually was falling asleep last night when I was watching it because I was just tired. I actually fell asleep right before it, so I have to go back and watch it. But
Damn.
it's just one of those things. I'm just sorry. It's just like it shouldn't have done that. But I mean, to give some kind of stakes to the match outside the tournament, I get it.
Yeah.
But now he's gonna. Unfortunately, Dustin, you may have made it to the semifinals of your block. You're gonna die next week when Lance Archer kills you.
Yeah, that totally understand. I do have to say, they have been booking Dustin very, very well. Even though, he lost against Jack Hager. Well,
Yeah.
yes. Jack is that, like, when you compare him to Dustin, yeah, Jack's always been, honestly, kind of slightly the better person, better wrestler. Dustin versus Lance Archer, you got to keep Lance Archer strong and like a monster right now. Not saying it needs to be a squash match, but Lance is walking out the winner.
And it's to set up the finals with Cody. After he basically kills his brother, he's like, "You killed my brother!
Now you must die!" Dustin's off to the side.
No,
He's like, I'm right here. I'm not dead yet. Cody just keeps screaming, "You killed my brother!"
I'd love to see. I hope to God that Cody loses next week because it should be Darby Allin versus Lance Archer.
See, what I want this storyline. I want a storyline for a little while, and this is a bit of long-term storytelling for Dustin.
Booking, you mean?
What?
Storybook?
Yeah, fantasy booking. I want him over the next, all the way up to All Out next year. Occasionally, start putting his career up. Like if he kind of one of those that he's like, hey, look, if this guy can beat me, I don't deserve to be here. That thing. And then at the end, building into All Out, he's like, the day I lose, I walk away. I'm done. Mm-hmm. And then at All Out, it's Cody versus Dustin. Cody is the one who's just like, so yeah, it just works out that you and I have to have this match here because it's for the TNT title or something like that.
Nope. I want it. If you're going to do it that well, you have to do it because he's on the level of this, and it would be an interesting, nice little way to say you still got it. Is a short, very short AEW World Championship reign for Dustin.
Okay.
Where he waives the rule for Cody.
And also at this point, Dustin has said that, when he loses a match, he's going to retire. How more fitting than the person that beats me also gets the championship. How about it, brother?
And then you'd be like, Cody's like, but I want that. I can't do it, but you're going to waive it for me. But at the same time, I don't want to be the one who takes your career away. It's like, and Dustin's like, no, I want you to, because gotta prove that I can beat you, and this is how I'm going to do it. He's like, I don't want to beat you. I know you can't beat me.
Even better is
like that's the storyline.
During these promos, it eventually it all starts off as two brothers being like, look, that would be wonderful and all, but no, I can't be the guy to do this. I want you to be the guy to do this. That type of thing. Finally, for Dustin to turn around and go, I'm only saying that I want you to be the guy in the match with me. I didn't say that you were going to beat me.
Yeah.
Why do you keep thinking that you're going to beat me? That type of thing. I'm at my peak right now.
Exactly.
Like that type of promo, and then the bad blood starts up for the last month of promos before All Out. They are finally just going, here's my brother's weakness. I'm going straight at it. I'm going to attack him the night before. Oh, he's going to attack me. That type of thing. And then we get, by the story in the match, it should go all the way to, at the very end, a super kick after saying, I'm sorry, I love you, at the end of the match. Only to have Dustin catch it and go, no. And then, out of the blue, swift kick to the gut, crossroads, 1, 2, 3, it ends there. There's a bit of humor right at the end as everyone is crying.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh my God, they're setting it up. I'm sorry. I love you. Super kick gets caught. What?
No. It's like, what?
No.
No.
Kick,
Bam.
crossroads, done. And you're like, oh, all right. But yes, I would love to see Cody be the one to retire his brother.
Yeah.
Because also, much like All Out, I want to have that moment where even I'm crying.
Yeah. But yeah. So what's the next thing on the docket?
All right. Oh, MJF. He is gravely injured, and he's not entirely sure when he's going to be able to get back in the ring. He's there for the fans, though. He really he knows that they want him there, and he feels really bad. Yeah,
he's been putting these cryptic tweets out there about an injury. Last night on Dynamite, we finally got an update on MJF, and he revealed that he is suffering from a terrible...
It's career ending.
Almost career ending. Almost. A terrible hangnail.
He's an amazing heel. He's an amazing heel. Plain and simple.
He says hangnail in his promo. I'm almost certain he said hangnail. Because I'm like, wait, what? Like, what did he say?
Yeah.
Because the whole promo is it's really focused on his face, and he slowly moves out, and he has his arm in a sling, and his pinky's wrapped. And I swear he said hangnail. I'm like, so he wrapped the whole finger up because he got a hangnail?
Dude.
No. He broke his finger, but he's calling it a hang... Like, I didn't catch that until Wrestle Talk this morning. I'm like, oh my God, I'm an idiot. But not as much... I will say this. I didn't fall for MJF's whole angle thing like Ali Davis did, who, in his own reviews, how did I fall for this?
By questioning how did you fall for this, you fell for this.
Be a work. Yeah, I'm like, this is going to be a work, because this feels like something that MJF would do. He can't wrestle because either he chose not to, he actually did break his finger, or something like that happened, but he's milking it. And I'm like, but I will say, I completely confused him saying hangnail and not understanding why he wrapped his whole finger. Oh yes, because because he actually broke his finger, but he's calling it a hangnail.
Hey, dude, have you ever had one of those hangnails where, you go to pull it and then it goes halfway down your finger?
Yes.
Yeah,
Those
that's what it
suck.
was. That's what it was. And he's calling it broken.
No. It went all the way down his finger.
I would understand wrapping that completely up at this point. I stand by MJF. That is a horrible, horrible injury, and I hope he's able to recover quickly and get back in the ring as soon as possible.
Oh, no. MJF, about getting back in the ring, take as much time as you need. If you need to take months, do it.
Definitely.
But you need to get healed up enough so you can at least get back to your workouts. We know that's important.
Yeah.
MJF is becoming...
I love how much of a heel he really is. And it's all small, they're all small, relatively old school, cheap heat type of things. He's like, I'm better than you.
But he found different ways, though, to modernize it, though.
Oh, yeah. Because the kissing of the ring, that's $1 Million Man's foot kissing.
But I mean, Cody Rhodes was doing the same thing in Ring of Honor with the the Ring of Honor.
Yeah. And I swear to God that there is a super old school, I'm talking 40s, 50s wrestler who did the same thing.
Probably Gorgeous George, probably.
I don't know, but kissing of the ring always made sense. Go ahead, kiss the ring.
But yeah, I mean, MJF, because one of my biggest complaints when he showed up at All Out, All In, was he's being a heel, and he's clearly green because he's doing the traditional heel insults just to get some heat.
Yep.
That will always work. It just show people who have been in the business for years who still do that clearly never learned to move beyond that. He's still doing it, but he found a way to keep doing that, but in such a way that it's no. There's something more there. I can't tell you how he's doing it.
No,
but he's doing it.
All I can think of is that he has decided to use the tutelage of some of the old school, of some of the guys that currently work with AEW, because I see a lot of his style in early Chris Jericho.
Oh, of course.
But at the same time, still making it completely his. But young Chris Jericho, the man of 1,001 holds, that type of just being I'm better than everyone. Yes, Jericho had, the energy and, the skill to really back that up. So it wasn't so much. Jericho was the arrogant heel that was but he keeps doing it though.
Yeah. Jericho, he was, because by the time he in WCW, he'd already been wrestling for a while, so he was well beyond the need for those early tactics that most new fresh out of wrestling school heels will use to get the heat they need, because that's all the tools they had, because they haven't been in front of a live crowd. They're just using what they've been taught, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. But Jericho said, fuck this. I'm going to take those things. I'm going to do it now.
Yeah.
And put a little twist on it. And it worked. And MJF is doing the exact same thing, but he's doing it way different. And I will say this. I love how, because the way he cut his promo, he cut it in a different way, I felt than his other promos.
Okay.
It was very comedy-based. And saying, because normally he says, I'm better than everyone, I don't care if you cheer me, but he was actually addressing his MJF fans, I can't remember what he called them, in a very humorous, and he's also just remember, I am better than you, but it's it was a different take on it, it's I like that, add a little humor in there, not bad. If he takes what we've seen in the past, this past few months, and this kind of what he just did, he will be gold. Though he did say he wants to win the World Championship, he needs to win the TNT Championship first.
Yeah, he does.
But What else is on the docket?
We have BTE 200, the battle between brothers. Matt and Nick went to battle with each other.
Who are they?
The Young Bucks. Hey.
Who are they?
Oh,
I've never heard of them before. Never heard of them ever.
Shut up. It was a Falls Count Anywhere all over the Young Buck compound. Not a bad match, honestly. I like the fact that once again these two guys just had a match between brothers that I kind of feel that if it had been in front of an audience, it would have had a different story. This was more. Yeah. This was Matt trying to Nick's the younger brother, right?
Sure. Because I know who they are. The difference between them.
Fuck. Why do I keep forgetting this? But they scroll. Come on, Matt. Sorry, everybody. Yes. So it was Nick. Yeah. Nick was the one trying to prove that he's 100%. He can get back in the ring. And pretty good spots. Pretty decent storytelling. Still love the Canadian Destroyer off the diving board into the pool. Great spot.
They showed some clips on Dynamite last night, and for that, and they showed that spot. I was like, okay, that's funny.
It's a cool spot. It's a cool spot. That that two brothers at home with a pool who love pro wrestling have thought of doing that at home and have had their mother quite often go, stop, what are you trying to do?
No. It's two brothers who were constantly doing that and told to stop when they were growing up. Finally got to a point where they can actually include it in an actual match.
They're like, we can do it into the pool now.
It's like bucket list. Chick. Like, you have this long list of everything you want to do in pro wrestling, and you have to go all the way up to the top. Like,
we decided on this one at age 11.
Yeah, it's like in really bad handwriting of an 11th grader, they can finally check it off.
But yeah, I loved the match. Was pretty cool. Kind of wish it had a different ending, and I came up with it's an idea that I had that immediately was that it had a Monty Python Search for the Holy Grail type of ending, where the end is about to happen. You're about to have the huge finishing move that both men are going to get kind of wiped out from, and one of them is going to go for the pin right after that. And at that moment, both wives come out and they're like, "What are you doing?" And there's a list of like yard work stuff that needs to be finished. And they're like, no. You said you were going to get onto this list today. It is 1 PM. You do not have that much time left. Stop playing around, you two, and get to work. And then for like the rest of the episode, like they're like mowing the lawn.
No, you know what would be really funny?
Doing the gardening.
After the one of the wives says that you have a list of chores, the other one comes out and adds in everything they broke during the match.
Oh yeah,
to the list fix.
And while you're at it, you're gonna fix this. You're gonna eat that fence over there that you ran the golf cart into. Yeah, you're gonna fix that fence too, and you're gonna skim out the pool because you two were dirty when you jumped into it. We told you not to jump in with your shoes. Both of you jumped in with your shoes. There's dirt. The ref's just standing off to the side, like, I don't know what to do. Both of the boys, yes, ma'am, and wander away. Turn to the ref and they're like, "Would you like some coffee?" And he's like, "Oh, definitely." And goes inside. Like, that would be the perfect ending.
The only one I could think of that would be, I think, just as good, maybe a little better because it's my idea, not yours.
Yeah.
You have the finish of the match, and they're just both laid out on the ground, like recovering. The wives come out and was like, "You done? Great. Here's your chores that you said you were going to do today." And they're just kind of like, trying to get up, or they're like, they kind of just like push themselves against the ground to go into the house to do the chores because they just can't move.
That would be awesome.
Now, I don't watch Being the Elite, but I might have to go and check that match out.
Yeah,
I get a
it's
chance.
There's a lot of them. The opening for Being the Elite, they went through all of the openings that they had before.
Nice.
And I was like, all right, that's pretty awesome. One of the best jokes I realized as they did it, as it went along, and then they purposely did it. Once Flip Gordon is introduced into the whatchamacallit, the opening credits of Being the Elite, this clip, every time it was about to be Flip Gordon, it would cut it. Like, you'd start to see him, but just before his name would come up, they would cut. Every single time. It was great, too. It was just like, I see what you guys are doing there. Like, Marty Scurll was included, like, he was included in the opening credits. Like, they didn't cut him out of them. But every time it would, like, Flip, when he was, the whole time of book Flip, and he would just turn to show off his shirt. Mm-hmm. Like, it would be him starting to turn, and then they would cut and go on to the next clip. I was like, yes, that's awesome. What a little inside joke for them.
Yeah. Okay, what's the next on the docket?
All right. Looks like WWE has gone back to tapings. Congratulations.
What? So after all this week and all this stupidity that they did to save money, they're going to go back to tapings?
Yeah. I don't know.
So, okay, so the only reason why they're going back to tapings now is because Vince McMahon got assurances from both Fox and USA that they will not restructure their contracts.
Yeah.
If they tape more. And that's the only reason why he's going back. Because he knows he's not going to lose money.
Yeah. Or they came up to an agreement that works out in WWE's favor regarding it. I don't know.
As long as the coronavirus is an issue that they can tape.
Exactly.
Or something like that. But yeah, it's just like Vince would never go back to this if he didn't have to.
No.
If he didn't have insurances, because all he cares about is fucking money.
Yes. He really is the head of a soulless corporation. Mm-hmm. It's like, how can I make the best deal out of this situation?
Who's being sued?
Yeah.
You know by who?
No.
He's being sued by a coach from the XFL.
Oh yeah, no, it was the commissioner.
Oh, okay.
For
coach, but yeah.
For wrongful termination.
No, the one I heard was he's being sued for the chat because Alpha Entertainment filed the bankruptcy on behalf of XFL for the bankruptcy, and it would eliminate large-term contracts that were there. But because of the situation, they can't sue Alpha Entertainment because of the bankruptcy, so he has to sue Vince specifically.
Wow.
But apparently there's not much of a case. People are saying there may not be much of a case there, but
yeah, because I've heard about this. This is a trick that holding companies will do. What they'll do is they'll be like, well, we made the decision regarding that, but see, the company that you actually have to sue to collect the damages from, well, they're in bankruptcy, so you can't go after them. But this guy over here, who holds that one little bit of piece of paper that you can actually sue him regarding it, even though he has nothing to do with it, and therefore the case will be thrown out. You actually have to sue him. You can't touch us. Sorry.
There could be potentially another of some kind of logistics to it, like because the reports are saying that he was willing to sink $300 to $400 million into funding this league.
Yeah.
And he folds it before he even comes close. And people who got involved can make a case like, I got involved because I was ensured that he was going to be funding this league for the next few years regardless.
Yeah.
With his own money. And then he went back on that. And that's the whole reason why. So there could be possibly something there. I doubt it, but it will be interesting. I would love to see this be the one thing that someone finally gets Vince and wins against.
Yes.
And Vince doesn't really pay that much attention to it because it's like he has an assurance from his attorney they don't have a case, and the judge just says, you know what, fuck you. I'm gonna allow this case, and the case goes through, and he eventually gets to prove it, and loses.
Sounds pretty good.
But yeah, the whole taping, I'm glad that they are going back to a taping because it will allow them to protect their talent more often.
Right.
But yeah, the only reason why he's doing it, he doesn't give a fuck about his talent. He doesn't have to worry about losing money. But who knows? Adam, is that it?
Let me look this over. Well, one more little thing from WWE, and that was I don't have any confirmation regarding this because why would I confirm anything? I don't pay attention. I heard that Sarah Logan is coming back to Monday Night Raw. I did a very, very quick preliminary check on this, and that's about all I really did. It turns out that there's a lot of rumors that Sarah Logan's going to be returning to Monday Night Raw.
That was a great story, Adam. I totally was here in the room the entire time listening to you talk.
Damn it, Tim. You had to run out there to grab yourself another one of those cold brewskis. Cracking a cold one. Yep.
I wouldn't call him a brewski. It is Rolling Rock.
Okay, it's a rockski.
I don't know what their motto is, but Rolling Rock, extra pale.
It's like an Englishman in spring.
Yeah. I know. If you keep saying Rolling Rock, I'm not going to keep drinking and saying what is not their slogan. Hey, Adam.
Rolling Rock.
Whatever happened to our sponsor, Monster?
Why would you do that to me? Okay, fine. Monster. Unleash the beast.
Adam, what did you say? Did you say Monster?
Fuck off. Like, even worse is I got called out last week. They contacted me and said that I did not fulfill the quota of the number that we were supposed to fill in for last week, so I'm not getting paid for that.
But they just sent you a whole case.
I know, but I'm not going to receive it until sometime in May, and then they want me to go 20. What is it? They wanted me to go six cans in an hour. Yeah, if I could do that, I told them that as long as I will definitely do that, as long as they pay for my medicals. They were like, "Don't worry about it, you'll be dead."
Well, yeah, for this thing for Sarah Logan, what I've heard about Sarah Logan, I don't know if you covered this because again, I wasn't really paying attention, even though I was in the room, totally in the room. I wasn't paying attention, but when she was released, several of the female talent went in petition to have her be brought back.
Okay,
which says something about your reputation if people are willing to go and say you need to bring her back. Which actually, when you fact that it's the insult of being the only woman from Raw to be released.
Yeah,
is saying something. if I was Sarah Logan, I would like, fuck you, no. Like,
Look, if the sisterhood went to bat for me, if the locker room went to bat for me like that, I'd be like, thank you guys. We're all family here. We're gonna work our asses off.
I'd be like, thank you for going to bat for me, but unfortunately, I'm choosing not to come back because they're just gonna use me. You guys want me to bring me back, but they're just gonna use me as they already have.
Right.
I'm gonna prove them they made a mistake, but thank you for going to bat for me. And then go to AEW and kick some ass. But
okay, I mean that would be pretty cool.
Case because that's not gonna be the case because her husband is part of the war experience, War Raiders. I mean, no, oh my God, I said war. We can't do that. Vince McMahon's gonna sue us now.
No, I did hear that as well. That he also wasn't
sure.
necessarily an ultimatum, but it was like, guys, that's my wife.
Yeah.
Way to piss me off.
It's like that's gonna when she goes to work elsewhere, that's gonna make it hard for us.
Yeah.
Especially since the last year or so, WWE's been making it a point to keep couples on the same brand together. But now you're gonna release someone.
Yeah. Damn it.
Who knows?
You know what I just found out?
What?
There's only one Adam. One actual Adam on the AEW roster.
I could have told you that.
And I don't like him.
Name how many Adams there are on the WWE's main roster.
I don't want to know.
And I'm not talking about their real names. I'm talking about their ring names.
Oh.
None.
Oh, I was going with real names.
Oh, real names?
Yeah.
Well, Edge is part-time, so he doesn't count.
I know. Yeah, only it's Angelico. Even you, Adam Page. Et tu, Adam Page? Et tu? Steve.
Okay, so with that being said, we're going to move on to the next portion of this show because outside of that little bit of news, we had nothing.
We got nothing.
There was a topic I wanted to really expand upon like 2 weeks ago that we were talking about. I'm like, that should be something we need to put off to a different time and talk about, but I really want to do that. I do not remember for the life of me what that is. And I'm too lazy or just don't give a shit enough to actually go listen to the podcast after it goes up to find out what I actually said.
I'm sorry. You don't listen intently to our podcast when we put it up? Tim, I am completely on board with doing that. I am truly sorry. It's very difficult for me to sit down and listen to my own show.
Yeah.
But I thank everyone out there who does listen to our show. You guys are awesome.
Yes.
Stay safe out there. Stay home. You know.
And you clearly have nothing else better in your life than to listen to Adam's voice.
Hey.
I'm the only good thing on here, so.
Wow. Okay.
But anyway, so I came up with an idea because we were talking about the TNT tournament before we recorded, trying to figure out what we were actually going to do for this show with what little we had. And I came up with like, you know what? If the coronavirus thingy, you should put find something that's put like when I say that the virus, like
yeah, I'm not
bleeps it out or something.
I'm not.
I know it's too much work.
Yeah,
right?
I know that's a lot of work for me.
But if that didn't happen, we were as normal where AEW is running live shows with people in attendance there. What would their TNT tournament look like for their TNT Championship? What would it look like? Would we have some different names in it? Would it be a little bit bigger? So I decided, I went to Wikipedia, got their male roster, and I took down everyone I thought who should be in this tournament. And we have a 16 bracket tournament that we're going to book live right now. So
16
here's how this is
people.
going to work.
So that first round is 8 matches.
No, it's 16 brackets. No, 16 round matches.
No, you have
32
16 people involved.
There's 32 people involved.
Unless you did not give me 16
You know what,
names.
my bad. I can't do math right now. Clearly, I'm drunk off of Rolling Rock.
I guess so. All right. And I'm the stoner.
Yes.
Awesome.
So, but yes. So we have 16 people here.
I was like, what
8
the?
bouts.
When did we get 16 more people? We talked about this.
Yeah, you mentioned 32 people when I mentioned
because-
this earlier. I think that's what threw me off.
Yeah, you told me earlier that it was 16 matches, and I was like, 32 people.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I've got 16 written down. Where the hell did everyone else go?
You see, I'm really keeping the other block a secret because it's all WWE guys who were just released.
Okay. Oh my god.
And I'm gonna determine who wins that, and then I'm gonna just power through whoever you put in the finals to get what I want.
Wow.
Adam, I think you forgot something. You just took a sip.
I took a sip of a drink. It was
Monster?
not Monster. Oh god, it was Monster. Hold on. Unleash the beast. Beast the unleash.
Okay, so here's how this is going to work, Adam.
Yes.
There are 16 men in this tournament, 8 matches. So we will each get 4 picks. Which this means is that if we come to a bracket that we want someone to win after we discuss it, but we can't agree,
Right.
we can say, I'm using one of my picks to get their person. Now, if we both decide to use that on a match, we will go to the simulation that you're terrible at. Luckily, you don't have to guess. We're just going to put those two in a matchup and see who simulates the win.
Ooh, okay.
And then but here's the thing though, no matter who wins, we've both used a spot, so that will be one of them. And when we get to the end of this, to the 8th bout, if we have more than one, we've both used all of our picks up, and we can't agree, we'll just simulate it
All right.
in there. And then we'll do the same thing for each round until we come to our championship match.
So we get
Same.
half of our picks are half of the
Half
matches.
the total matches.
Okay.
Yes. I said, and the championship will be determined by us agreeing. And if we absolutely cannot agree, which I think we will, hopefully by that point.
No, I disagree with you completely already. I don't care who your pick is. It's not. No, I will take the opposite.
But I'm picking the guy you're picking, though.
Then I choose the other guy.
So then I'm picking that guy.
No, you're not. Damn you. I'm choosing the ref in this. No champion.
But yes, if we absolutely cannot agree in the final round, we will then simulate that to get our TNT Championship inaugural champion.
Okay.
Alright? So I'm gonna read you the bouts we have.
Round
and then
one.
So the first round matchups. We're not gonna pick them just yet. We're just gonna go through the matchups.
Yep.
We have Adam Hangman Page versus Joey Janela. We got Cody, who can now use the last name Rhodes, versus Darby Allin. We have Pentagon Jr. versus Jimmy Havoc. Brody Lee versus Jungle Boy. Kip Sabian versus Lance Archer, who's gonna kill him. MJF versus Orange Cassidy. Pac versus Ray Phoenix. Sammy Guevara versus Shawn Spears.
All right. All right.
So, I figured let's just start from the bottom and work our way up
Okay.
to an Adam.
All right. I'm not using my pick right away, but my choice for this match is Shawn Spears.
I kind of agree. I disagree with you, but at the same time,
Oh,
I don't really care between these two because both are a good pick.
I want this match to go like this is a match that will go the distance, and
Yeah.
it will be Shawn Spears just because he has that much more.
Yeah, I kind of was thinking the same thing. As soon as you said it, I was like, If we're gonna go with Shawn Spears, it's just because he just happens to have that last little bit.
Yeah,
Just
like
the experience
he's got,
element.
you know, it. There's just it's something that he just had that drive just that much more because he knows that Cody's on the other side of the bracket from him,
Yes.
and that he needs to get he needs to get to the match with Cody. That's all he cares about.
Yeah. And also you can in the story you could have like he has a little bit more. He has a little bit more driving for him, but also the experience factor also kind of just comes in.
Right.
So it's a nice little there. But either way, both would be a good pick here. As much as I'd hate to have Sammy Guevara out of all the matches, so that when I set this thing up, this is the only one I could not figure out who to switch to put here because all the other ones are so good, and I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
So, all right, our next matchup is stablemates going at it. Pac versus Ray Phoenix. Two brothers of the Death Triangle.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't become the
AEW in their,
rhombus of I don't know.
AEW and their and the determination to have shape in the names of their stables.
I know.
But
Like the weird part is you can't really go through it. There's only like a couple of other groups that had shapes in them.
well, we have the inner circle
Yeah.
already.
But that one makes sense. It's meant to be, there's an inner circle of this group within the company
Yeah,
that's around
It's-
Chris.
It's a play off of the in a sense of the clique
Yeah.
in a sense, but it's opposite of the clique as well because the elite would be the clique.
Yes.
And this would be what the Undertaker's Boneyard Gang, or what is it called?
MSK. Really?
I don't know.
Some BSK. The Bone Street Killers.
Only if there was a magical device that could tell us exactly what that was.
Undertaker BSK. Just that's all you need to look. Bone Skull Creepers. Mystery Science Theater 3000. MST3K.
Bone Street Crew, BSK.
Okay, Bone Street Crew. I like out of the blue. He's like, actually, we wanted to go with MST3K, but then we found out what they were, and we were really cool with it, but it was already taken, so we went with BSK.
We contacted them if we could use it. They were totally cool with it, but Vince kind of said it's probably not the good thing. But all right, so yes, we're going against Pac versus Ray Phoenix. I think it's a simple one here. It's clearly Ray Phoenix.
I was right there with you every step of the way, right up to the moment that you said Ray Phoenix. It's Pac. Of course, it's Pac.
Yeah, it's obviously Pac.
And this is Pac just being like, look, I know you're my stablemate, but I fight people. Like, I'm not out here to have a match with you. I'm here to fight. I'm here to get to the next round. That's it.
Yeah. It's clearly just one of those things where it's like, if we're going out there, I'm going to win. But at the same time, if you somehow beat me, good for you.
Yeah.
But
I'll support
going
you.
out there
but
to win.
yeah, out there, you're the other guy across the ring. That's all.
Yeah. You're the opponent. You're the enemy for that time period.
Yeah. Until that bell rings and one of us is pinned or submitted, yeah, you're just my enemy.
Yes. All right, so that makes that very easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one I think is where we could have some issues here.
Yes.
Because I'm very torn on this one too.
You understand.
MJF versus Orange Cassidy.
I want MJF to continue, to continue to be dominant and all, and show why he deserves to be at the top.
Yeah.
But what I want to happen in this match is that I want Orange Cassidy to win here. by just like out slouching MJF. MJF just gets so frustrated that, that Orange Cassidy just cannot be bothered with how great MJF is. That it gets under the skin of MJF, causing him to get himself disqualified from the match.
See,
but
I at the same time, I agree. Like, I want Orange Cassidy to go, further in the tournament. But at the same time, once I put them together, I'm like, no, I can't move it, because yes, we could have set this up so they met later in the tournament. But at the same time, once I saw them together, I'm like, nope, this has to happen opening round.
This is a first round.
This has to be an opening round matchup, because it would be so hilarious to have in the first round.
Oh yeah. Yeah, MJF uses a steel chair on Orange Cassidy and just continues to use it on him, actually taking him out of the tournament, putting MJF back in the tournament.
Yeah, that could be an interesting way.
And it's one of those that it's through a technicality that if your opponent from the previous round cannot compete, their opponent takes their place.
See, it's never mentioned in any wrestling tournament ever, but to me, that's natural.
Yeah, I would like to see it that way when they get to round 2. MJF shows up and he's like, "Oh no, it's in the contract. This is how it works. These are part of the rules. No one ever thought that they'd be used this way, and he just walks up with a steel chair at this point."
So the matchup for this matchup, I'd like to see them do is kind of a take of what Jimmy Havoc did with Orange Cassidy last night on Dynamite. He literally basically destroyed Orange Cassidy from the beginning. Like, he has attacked him, beat him up, even put his hands in his pockets for him after biting them in the corner, and then Orange just kind of comes back around doing his stuff. It was a really cool matchup where Jimmy dominates. He took a loss, but it was based on a distraction. It was a really cool setup. You could do several things here, even if you want Orange to move on, or if he's gonna have Cassidy lose. You could do the opposite. It's one of those things you could have so much fun with, and the fans behind it, well, they're gonna be people who want MJF to win. They're gonna be Orange Cassidy fans who don't want him to win. Regardless, though, people are gonna come out of this going like, "Nope, I don't want that." And here's the reason why fans would be okay with this, because I'm pretty sure I know who's gonna win the next matchup.
Yep.
Having MJF having to go against Lance Archer.
Perfect.
Or Orange Cassidy have to go against Lance Archer. Would be another great match. You know what?
Yep.
I was gonna go MJF. I'm gonna use one of my picks. I'm putting Orange Cassidy.
Wow. Because
I want to see Orange Cassidy versus Lance Archer.
I actually wanted to see MJF versus Lance Archer.
So did I, but I saw it in my head. Orange Cassidy getting murdered by Lance Archer and just not caring. You saw it.
Okay. So, yes. Okay. Yes. Definitely. Now I agree with you, Orange Cassidy. Because what's going to happen in the Lance Archer match is, and by the way, Lance Archer in the next match, that's just happening.
Yes.
What's going to happen between the two of them is, it's going to be Lance Archer trying to destroy Orange Cassidy.
No.
We'll get to that.
No. Save there, because that is our official match. Because I've already moved it. That is the match.
Yep.
We're not gonna have to argue that, because we both agree.
Yep. Kip
Nothing
Sabian
against
is
Kip
going to be
Sabian.
dead.
Unfortunately for Kip Sabian, you are going to be dead after that matchup. Nothing against you, but once I saw you got there, we just kind of knew it. Moving
Penelope,
on.
I'm so sorry that your fiance is going to be destroyed in the ring. Hopefully you can, get the ring back. Give me a call.
No.
I'll help you through it.
I've already given her my number, and she's texting me right now. So
you son of a. All right.
All right. Our next matchup
Yes.
is Brody Lee versus Jungle Boy.
I'm going with Brody Lee.
Yes.
Jungle Boy will
I
be
think-
going the same way that that Marco Stunt went against Lance Archer. It'll be commendable, but in no way will it be successful.
I do think there'd be a case to have Jungle Boy go over here if you really wanted him to. People wanted him to. That would still keep Brody Lee strong.
Okay.
But because he's still brand new, the whole Dark Order is still growing and adapting. You kind of have to. But there is a story element that you could use to play off a loss and not hurt Brody Lee. But we're not worrying about that. We're just worrying about
Yeah.
matchups and building the best person. And Brody Lee is the best person.
Yeah.
So, all right, Adam. I'm putting a special stipulation on the next matchup.
Oh, really?
Yes, because there is no question this has to happen. Pentagon Jr. and Jimmy Havoc is now an official lights out death match.
All right. Thank you. Now I'm taking Pentagon Jr. here because lights out death match. I know that's kind of a Jimmy Havoc thing, but Pentagon Jr. is just kind of evil. Like,
Yeah.
he will take the damage, whatever Jimmy hands out, and then just break Jimmy's neck. 3 package pile drives on the apron, on the steel chairs, on the floor, everywhere. Yeah, Pentagon Jr. Jimmy will be out of there in a stretcher, and then directly to the hearse.
I'm going to disagree with you. I want Jimmy Havoc to move on. Not so much for I'm willing to use a pick on it, but I want Jimmy Havoc to move on because Jimmy Havoc versus Brody Lee seemed like an interesting pick for me, matchup to me. So is Pentagon Jr., but I just see Jimmy Havoc a little bit more interesting.
I would like now that I look over the card a little bit better, I like the idea of Jimmy Havoc versus Brody Lee because now I have a plan for that match. Pentagon Jr. was just going to be, it was going to be a version of Kevin Nash versus Rey Mysterio. Just one of them moves better in the ring. Brody Lee, then Kevin Nash. Pentagon Jr. moves as well as a young Rey Mysterio, if not better.
Whoa. You're saying Brody Lee moves better than the legendary, the god of the big man, Kevin Nash?
Yes, Kevin Nash moves... Okay, Frankenstein's monster moves better than Kevin Nash.
If you want to see one of the reasons why that is, go find his picture of his legs.
Oh, God, they're horrible.
And how they've been fixed. They were fixed. They're fixed now, compared. And you understand why he moved the way he moved.
Oh, yeah, he had what was the story that I heard? That he had injured his, right knee while still in high school?
Yeah, something like that.
But it was never a really bad injury, but it was one that really prevented him from, doing squats, from strengthening, really, his leg core. And because of that, it's just his entire body and his movement suffered.
And as I think he said when he posted the photo was injuries. He kind of got injured and he never really fully took care of it, and that's the reason why.
Yep.
And now his legs are straight. I think part of it he said was from DDP yoga too, but I'm not sure on that one.
That one
pretty sure it
I
had
think
something to
is
do with it a
more
little
for
bit.
his mobility.
Yeah. But he's finally kind of taken care of, and I'm good for him, especially at his age, because that would just gotten far worse as he got older.
What is he, 58? Mid to late 50s now?
He's in his 50s. He's got to be. He's about the same age as Shawn Michaels, I believe.
Yeah, and I know that Shawn is 5 years older than Hunter, and Hunter's 10 years older than me. So
He will be 61 in June.
Wait, Nash will be 61?
Yes, he's 60 right now. He'll be 69 in June.
Okay,
61
never
in
mind.
June.
I thought he was younger than that.
I did too a little bit, but I knew he was either he was really close to 60 or he was at there. I didn't think he was actually going to be 61. I think he was actually going to be probably turning 60, but he's 61. So,
Damn.
But all right, so the next matchup is Cody versus Darby Allin. Darby. It's Darby because like he has an A in his name, not an E.
Yeah, Darby. So officially, I'm using my pick here.
Okay.
Darby Allin is winning this match.
Sure, you can use it. Just so you know, you've officially used it. I was not going to fight you on that one.
Oh, okay. Earlier, you've used yours on stuff that I didn't fight for, but
Yeah. But I mean, I kind of, it's one of those things where I was like, you know what, I'm going to use my name, but I won you over afterwards, but I've already said I was going to use it, so it counts.
yeah.
So we both have 3 picks left with 1 match left.
I'm going to use all 3 of my picks here to choose Adam Page.
Yeah, well, I'm going to use all 3 of my picks to pick Joey Janela. Oh, God, no. Nothing against you, Joey Janela. You're great, but yeah, I'm not going to put...
No, this is
Based
going
on-
to be like,
Hold on. I gotta say this really quickly before you chime in. Now, if this was Joey Janela versus Adam Page from August in the world title picture,
yeah.
absolutely I would use all my picks on Joey Janela. But we're dealing with Drunken Man Page.
Exactly.
You want to fight me on Adam Page here?
Hungover Page here.
Yes.
I would like to see this match, this style match, be what Adam Page and excuse me, at all in. Who was he fighting at that?
Jericho.
No.
Oh, All In.
Yeah.
In. He was facing only there's a magical device that could tell us this.
These magical devices are not doing so good today. All In.
No, they're not. Joey Janela.
Really?
He was facing Joey Janela.
Okay, yeah, I want them to redo that match again.
Giant dick penis druids.
Joey
and all.
Ryan is coming out afterwards, and rest in dicks, rest in penis will be chanted through the crowd again. Okay, but overall, yeah, I totally forgot that it was Joey Janela at that.
Yeah, so
but
did
yeah,
I.
I want both men to I want it to be basically a street fight between the two of them.
Well, I added a death match to Jimmy Havoc and Pentagon Jr. If you want to add a street fight to this one,
Yeah.
you can do it.
All right, we got a street fight here, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so we have finished the first round. We're now going into the quarterfinals. Since we started at the bottom, we're going to go right into this one. Adam Hangman Page, Adam Hangover Page
Yes.
versus Darby Allin. Now, because we're in a new round, there are 4 matches. We each get 2.
Yep.
So,
So,
who do you want?
I
What?
would like to see Adam Page continue on here.
I do too, but at the same time, I'm trying to, let me see, hold on. Look at the matchups here.
Okay.
For the next round. We have Adam Hangman Page versus Brody Lee. Darby Allin versus Brody Lee. That's it. We all know Jimmy Havoc's not going into that next round.
No. Everyone knows that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be Brody Lee. So, do you want to see Adam Page or Darby Allin versus Brody Lee?
I kind of want to see Darby Allin because he has that kind of goth mentality that was a little bit more the original Dark Order. I think that you could play off on this one. Brody Lee, the whole match, Brody Lee's trying to get Allin to join the Dark Order.
Oh yeah, totally.
So Adam, are you going to still use your? Are you willing to use your pick for your pick?
No, there's no need. We're both agreeing on Darby Allin here.
Okay, that's what I thought. After I saw that reaction, I'm just like, I want to make sure we're on the same page before I actually say anything. Sorry, Hangover Paige, your drunkenness got to became a fault in your matchup. Honestly, if this was a real tournament, this would be the part of the thing that would cost Paige the match, which would lead to the further disintegration of the Elite. Well, him turning on the Elite. Okay, so we're going to move on to Lance Archer killing Orange Cassidy because we already picked the next Brody Lee versus Jimmy Havoc.
Yeah.
We already know.
Lance Archer is murdering Orange Cassidy.
But you know what the funny... Lance Archer's moving on, right?
Oh, yeah.
As much as I would love to have Orange Cassidy take a victory here and win and move on, it's still just seeing him get murdered and having Lance Archer really getting under Lance Archer's skin of he's getting beat up badly and not caring, just pissing Lance Archer off even more.
Still getting out of stuff. Like he's the first basically the first half of the match should basically be I say basically a lot. I'm so basic. Should be Orange Cassidy ducking and dodging and weaving and reversing, and the entire time like Orange is not actually getting any offense off.
Yeah.
But he's reversing every single thing Archer is doing, or he's getting out of it very quickly.
Yes.
And that eventually just gets to the point where Lance decides, I'm done, and just basically pins Orange Cassidy in the corner and just starts going ham on him. To the point that the ref has to go to the 5 count, and as they're about to say 5, he lets him go. And then immediately just grabs him and starts going at him again. Gets to the 3rd time and just then pulls Orange Cassidy just out of the corner. Doesn't let him go at all, but pulls him out of the corner and slams him and slams him. And it's just like, it's one of those that you're like, oh God, Orange, you pissed him off too much.
I'm gonna make a case to you right here, just to see what your thoughts on this idea. Basically, everything you just said, absolutely, to the point where Lance is able to get the victory, barely in a sense, because Orange haphazardly raises his shoulder. Still gets it's still official. It's not like it's up and it's a missed call by the ref. No, it's an official 3 count, but he gets it up at the last second. But and that pisses Lance Archer off even more. It's like, how did he do that after everything I put him through?
Oh, and no. Serious.
But here's the thing.
No. I'm talking serious levels of like pissing your opponent off. He pulls an Austin Aries and just stands up afterwards. Like 1, 2, 3. Lance Archer rolls off from, he's breathing heavy because he's just been working that match, working over Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy just hands still in pockets, rolls over, stands up, and walks out of the ring, hands in pockets.
No. See, so here's my case I'm gonna make to you for Cassidy moving onwards, because Lance Archer just won the match, but because of his haphazard shoulder up the end, even though it was an official pin, pissing him off, we get Lance Archer who just freaks the fuck out and just destroys Cassidy to the point where the ref reverses his decision by disqualification, and Cassidy moves on.
No. Lance Archer because Cassidy gets out of the ring. We're just going to get him out of the ring very quickly, actually quicker than Lance Archer thinks that he should be getting back up. And Lance freaks out and just starts destroying everything around the ring. To the point that it actually pisses off Cody, who was in here. Who officially comes out and he's like, Lance, stop destroying our equipment. He's like, you know what? No, you're suspended. You're kicked out of the tournament. You're suspended. Orange Cassidy gets to move on to the next round and walks out of there. Like as security comes down to remove Lance Archer from the ring.
Okay, now you like that though. You like the idea like Lance Archer gets the official win, but he's removed from the tournament.
That would be cool.
Dude. Okay, now here's the thing. I'm gonna make a pitch to you that we actually make the change, officially make Orange Cassidy move on. Here's the reason why. I'm pretty sure I know who's gonna be the winner of the next one. We get a rematch of Pac versus Orange Cassidy. Now here's the other reason why. In the finals, that could lead to a potential Darby Allin versus Orange Cassidy in the finals.
Yeah, you know what? I'm making some changes.
Are you up to the Orange Cassidy moving forward?
Orange Cassidy, through a technicality, through
Yes.
a interference, moves on to the next round.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was willing to use a pick there, but I was
No. I at first I would have it. The way I would have pushed things on, it would have been Lance Archer going all the way into the finals and winning.
Same here.
But
But
I like the idea of a heel getting so pissed off at Orange Cassidy, who kayfabe-wise has a massive, like, he's super powerful. Like, you don't want to mess with Orange Cassidy. That man is going to destroy you. But he doesn't need to push himself. So he'll just take it. Because you're not actually going to hurt him.
yeah, exactly. Because the idea, like, because we've seen people in WWE, it's more of a WWE move where post match you keep attacking them, the ref will overrule their decision.
Yeah.
I think that should be used more across the board in the Indies, New Japan more often, but it has to be used smartly.
Right.
WWE just use it whenever because they're idiots. Like here was a good spot for it because Lance Archer would be a heavy favorite. Oh, new guy who just signed, he's clearly going to make it to the finals, probably win. We're eliminating that, but we're still keeping him strong. Then we get a rematch of Pac versus Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
We have our potential Darby Allin or even Brody Lee in the finals. Great matchups.
Oh, yeah.
Great storytelling that you can do with that. Okay, so I officially moved Orange Cassidy there. And just because we haven't done this, I don't think I have to do this. I am using one of my two picks.
Okay.
Heck, I'm going to use both of my picks to put to put Sean Spears in the final. Pac.
We've already agreed that Pac beats Sean Spears. You're like,
Yeah,
don't
I know.
care. Sean Spears shows back up. Swerve, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. He's inserting himself into the the semifinals matchup and making a triple unofficial three-way dance. And he's gonna somehow win and claim he belongs to the finals, which will be officially a three-way dance, which he'll win again and claim himself the TNT champion. But he won't be the TNT champion.
Okay, no, we can't do that.
Okay.
Oh wow,
So-
you're really pushing Pac into there. I mean, I would have rather had Orange Cassidy walk out the winner on this one.
Oh no. Pac versus Orange Cassidy?
Yeah.
No, I'm pushing Orange Cassidy. I want Orange Cassidy to move on.
Oh, I thought you were pushing.
No, I was saying Pac versus. I was saying Pac. All two of my picks for Pac going in, for Sean Spears to go on to move on. No,
You're moving back areas now. We've already gone over that.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Pac is moving on.
All right. That makes
Which
way
means
more sense
Orange
now.
Cassidy moves on to the finals. We're both agree upon that.
Yes. This is what this would build for Orange Cassidy is that even if he loses to somebody, he learns from it and he gets stronger, and therefore he doesn't lose to them the next time they meet up.
But not even just that, but I mean, it's also a more interesting storyline is that the next week when he has his match against Pac, who he's already lost to, is beat up
Yeah.
from the Lance Archer attack, or however he got out. Like, he's still sore from that. So you can play off that Pac loses because he thought he had it in the bag and Orange stole it.
Yeah. You can have Orange Cassidy come to the ring with like his elbow taped up, both elbows taped up. He's got the rib tape done, but he still plays it off as super cool. Like, at no point does he wince until like he actually gets hit the first time. Then he's like, "Ow! Oh, okay, Pac. Now you pissed me off." And Pac underplays him because he thinks that he's got a weak opponent.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where you could really just play around with it.
Now, the next match. Darby Allin, Brody Lee.
See, here's the thing. I know I favor Darby Allin right now.
Yeah.
But both cases, I'm okay with the final matchup between the two. But I really like the idea of Darby Allin there because Brody Lee, like we mentioned, Brody Lee's constantly trying to get Allin to join the Dark Order.
Right.
You fit in. Look, you're already a tortured sword. We can help you. That's his whole purpose of the matchup. But whether he wins or loses, you could do that. But I personally just like the idea of Darby Allin versus Orange Cassidy.
So, yeah. Oh, no, I love that idea. How I book Darby Allin beating Brody Lee is that it's actually not even Brody Lee's fault that he loses the match. It is instead Dark Order minion number 47, who accidentally just straight up hits Darby Allin. Like, he has been instructed to threaten Darby Allin if Darby Allin gets out of the ring. And this time, Darby just gets in his face and the guy takes a swing and hits him, therefore giving Darby Allin the DQ win. And what happens after that is that Darby Allin just kind of like drifts out of there because he knows that he's won. And he's not going to, he has nothing to say to Brody Lee at this point. What happens after that is that it's Evil Uno, Spartacus looking motherfucker, and Brody Lee beat the ever-living crap, like all of it, out of this minion number 47. Like, that's all that happens. You're just like, oh, that was not the way it was meant to go.
No. One thing you could also do, you could play it up is the minion is not actually been given an order. It's one of the minions that Brody Lee's already beaten up.
Oh, so he's trying to impress his boss.
So he's either trying to impress his boss or he's coming back for revenge.
Oh, yeah. I would rather go with impress the boss first.
Yeah.
Because that works better. That works better for a minion, even if he's already been beaten up.
Well, because he's been beaten up, basically when I saw him the minions get beat up is like Brody Lee's kicking them out of the Dark Order. Brody Lee's he's kicking them out.
Oh, at that point you gotta have like a reveal and all of that stuff.
But they haven't done that, so I would agree. Pressing the boss is a more what's the word I'm looking for? Shift in what we would expect. The revenge, you beat me up, is typical pro wrestling.
Yeah.
And pressing the boss type thing would be a little bit more nuanced and not more of a surprise.
Like, I could see that entire promo afterwards. Like, Minion 47, Brody is just like shaking angrily in the ring. Evil Uno and Spartacus looking motherfucker. They're like, what do we do? What do we do? Minion 47 grabs the microphone and he's like, boss, I'm so sorry, but I did that for you, boss, because I knew that you needed to defeat him. And like, at this point, both Evil Uno and Spartacus looking motherfucker,
Stu Grayson.
Yeah, I know. And Stu.
I know.
Yeah, but Spartacus looking motherfucker. I like that too. SLMF.
Spartan looking motherfucker.
Over and over again. Both of them just start beating him up. Brody Lee finally like rolls up the sleeves type of thing, like one of those hold him up. And he's just like, I'm not angry at you. I'm just disappointed. You need to do better. And then hit him. Is Brody Lee using the Sister Abigail?
I think he's using the Sister Abigail into discus clothesline, something like that. That's what I think they described it as.
But even so, and then just hits him with that.
See, I have a different solution, and it's actually based off of an idea that Wrestle Talk has for what Brody Lee should be doing for the Dark Order going forward. Is AEW should go get a bunch of the talent that was just released by WWE and bring them in, and that's who the Dark Order should be targeting, because he's a Vince McMahon type character.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a good idea. So what you do is you take that idea, you do it, and the person who costs him is the one person the Dark Order will not take because they don't see them as a benefit for the Order.
It's
They take in
EC3.
everyone, but then it's the one person they will not take in.
John
who's
Cena.
Desperate. Who?
John Cena.
Yes.
John Cena actually comes over, and he's super desperate to join the Dark Order.
He wants to be the bad guy.
And they
but no one
keep
will let him be the bad guy.
rejecting him.
Yeah. But so what you do is the guy who's desperate to join, he said, if I help him win, then
Right.
they'll let me in. He costs him the match, and then you have you continue that storyline. That's what I do. But are we in agreement? Darby Allin is moving forward?
Yes.
Okay.
So we get
Ooh.
now in the final.
And, see, before we go to the final over there, I will say this: like I'm liking this.
Yeah.
I'm liking that we have we kept people strong in ways that that need to be kept strong based on what AEW is already doing with them.
Right.
But came up with logical reasons that we can have them get out of the tournament without really being hurt.
Oh, and we
So,
have plenty of crazy swerves happening in here too.
Okay.
There's no Judy
Initial
Bagwell on a pole though. Thank God.
Okay. So the final matchup is Darby Allin versus Orange Cassidy.
Yes.
Great matchup. I did not expect Orange Cassidy to make it this far.
Neither did I, but Orange
I thought he was
Cassidy
gonna
is
be
going to be
gone.
walking into this match. As soon as his music hits, not a single bandage on him. He is 100%.
Okay, before you book this matchup, here's the thing. Quick, without any
don't
sharing
have a
any
lot of
ideas,
time.
who would you think? Who would you pick for the winner? Just without any ideas.
Darby Allin.
See, I'm with Orange Cassidy here.
All
As much
right.
as I want, I thought I was gonna be pushing for Darby Allin to be the actual champion in this overall, but I just fell in love with this idea of Orange Cassidy just getting his ass kicked this entire time
And
winning,
somehow still
and he-
winning.
And he's still winning, and he gets in there, and because here's the thing I see, everyone's been like, oh, if Orange Cassidy win it, we'll actually see him react, and nope, he gets the belt, and he's just like, they hand him the belt, and he's just like,
Like, it actually is just
They have to
draped
literally-
across his shoulder.
yeah, the ref actually has to place it on his shoulder because he's not gonna take the belt, he's just
Even better. Okay, I like that. Now, in a real world, I'm going to have Darby Allin beat him. But Orange
see about
Cassidy, they go to like hand it to him, and they can't. Then it doesn't fit completely around his waist with his hands in his pockets. So they go to put it over his shoulder, but it slides off. So eventually they buckle it and just put it around his neck. And that's how the show goes off the air.
it's like it just won't stay on. It's like, okay, and that's how he comes out with
Yeah,
the belt.
every time. Hands in the pockets, belt around the neck. Doop, 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 doop. And it's one of the best friends is the ones who actually take it off and hand it to the ref.
Yeah. But yeah, see, no, I'm definitely like we're gonna have to go to the simulation
Yeah.
here because As much as I want Darby Allin to win it, I just cannot get that picture of my head of a great back and forth between Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy.
Oh God, yeah.
And seeing how Darby Allin as his character would react to an opponent like Orange Cassidy and kind of being confused by it, but not to the point where he's confused where he doesn't know how to attack him. He's just confused like, what? And he just he does something more extreme, and Orange Cassidy's just okay.
All right. I'm going to climb to the top rope and I'm going to throw myself off from up here. Whee!
Yeah. Basically, see, what I would like to see from this is every time Darby Allin tries to do something extreme without breaking the rules or anything, because this is a normal matchup, but what Darby Allin does, Orange Cassidy just kind of does the same thing, but half-heartedly.
Yes. Like there's a spot where Darby Allin does a coffin drop, and I mean it's everyone loves it. It's a huge pop. A little while later, Orange Cassidy goes up to do a coffin drop, and it's just like first of all, he doesn't he just gets up there and he's got his hands in his pockets and he just jumps off the ropes, lands on his feet and falls backwards. Getting as much of a pop.
No. What I want to see him do is he gets up on top and he just falls. Like he doesn't jump. He just kind of falls.
No, because you know how his elbow drop is literally him just jumping down to his feet and falling over.
Oh yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's that level of, you know what? I just hop off, land on my feet, and fall backwards.
And he falls backwards, and everyone's like, "Oh!"
It's the hugest pop in the world.
It's like, because I love to see Darby Allin's reaction to the kicks of doom. Oh, and he's like,
"What the?"
Kind of like how we saw like Pac do the kicks of doom, like take the kicks of doom, and he just kind of returned them, but then he just got pissed off at the end.
Yeah.
But Darby Allin's just like, "What?"
That didn't do anything.
Yeah. Bam! He punches him. He comes back with another kick. So you're not gonna move.
No.
Are you?
Simulate it.
Okay. Before we go to the simulation, Adam, I will give you one chance to convince me why Darby Allin should be the champion over Orange Cassidy.
The reason is because he's going to be your sympathetic face as your first champion. He has gone through and defeated Cody Rhodes. He got through Adam Page. He was able to narrowly escape Brody Lee. And against Orange Cassidy, he's going to outlast whatever Orange Cassidy can do as they go on and on and on as this match builds.
So, see, the thing is,
he just refuses to quit.
But see, here's the thing. That's my exact same argument for Orange Cassidy, though.
Oh,
because
it's Orange Cassidy actually near the end of this match starts to realize that he can't just half-ass it against Darby Allin. It won't be enough to put him away.
So, see, but that's what my thing is. Like, the whole thing is, he literally lost the tournament already. To then have him go in and win it is a new little, like, oh, okay. But, so, you're not going to change. I'm not changing my mind. We're going to the simulation.
Yeah, go to the simulation.
And you know the funny thing is?
Yeah.
Adam? It's already set up because I knew this was going to happen.
I knew that we were going to purposely do this.
Mostly, actually, also, I mostly did set it up here just because I wanted to see what this system would do, regardless.
All right.
For this matchup.
Darby Allin.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is just because this is the final round, we're gonna make it interesting. We're gonna do best of 3 bouts.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to simulate the first run. Orange Cassidy got the first win.
All right.
Let me go. Oh, you gotta be joking me. No, I gotta go find them again and drag them in there.
Oh wow! It doesn't just hold them there. Okay, that's awesome.
Well, because I hit reset, and that's what happened. Okay,
Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
There we are.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go.
Fall number
This is
2.
going to be fall number 2. In traditional best out of 3, 2 out of 3, Darby Allin comes back and takes the next fall.
It comes down to the last fall, ladies and gentlemen. Darby Allin
All right.
versus Orange Cassidy. Who will win?
Just for the fun of it,
Yeah.
I'm clicking AEW World Championship option over in the corner just to see what happens.
All right.
Let's see what happens if I hit simulate again when we already have a result. See if that will actually play it again.
Yeah.
Adam, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Darby Allin won.
Yes.
I want to see something though.
Darby Allin. Best 2 out of 3. The kid pulls through in the end. The man without quit just continued on and was able to outlast the superstar Orange Cassidy. He's Superman incarnate.
So I ran it a fourth time.
Yeah.
I reset it, put him back in there, and guess who won?
Orange Cassidy.
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
But because we said 2 out of 3, we will continue with that, and we will give it to Darby Allin, who honestly, out of the people who are actually in the tournament, should be the official winner of the tournament. Because he is that babyface that the fans are definitely behind.
Oh, yeah.
And having him overcome Lance Archer in the finals after being just brutalized would be a huge moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't hurt Lance at all.
No.
Because especially if you put storyline in there that helps lead to Cody versus Lance Archer, you'd be fine.
That would be cool, too.
So, but there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We just simulated our own tournament of who we thought should be in the TNT Championship tournament. And we have our victor. Let us know down in the comment section who you thought out of our participants should have won the tournament.
Yes.
Do you agree that Darby Allin versus Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin should have won? Or do you think I was right, because I am, and Orange Cassidy should have been the champion? Let us know all that down in the comment section. Adam, do you have anything else before we finish this sign off?
Nope. I got nothing. See ya, everybody.
There you guys. Before we go, hit that subscribe button.
Ding.
Ring that bell.
Ding, ding.
And give this video a thumbs up.
Ding,
that
ding,
big thing,
ding.
you know, that boing. Yeah, boing, boing. Do that.
You put
And
it out
Adam,
of order this time. That
I know.
confused me.
Hey, Adam, your face.